the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Past the 20. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 18-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Gun. They'll look to throw. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. On 3rd down. That's Banks. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
The Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now a quick handoff, and this is the fullback, Prosch. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st. Gonna give this time to the tailback. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with a J. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll set up a throw. Now he's forced out right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in...
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Able to fight through one tackle. Flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. This is Ajayi, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. But they get back in the huddle. He's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And it's caught. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before. We know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Back to throw here. To the left side here for Eifert. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. They're going to look to throw. Going deep for Benjamin. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Bills out to an early lead against the Patriots. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So out now come the Jets. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They run with Ajayi. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down. On second down, here's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First and goal from the 8. Now it's Wilson. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Let's go! No.
They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And he's got a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They run again with a jive. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Jets on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down following the run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Jay Ajayi, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. New York set to take the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Murray fighting, lost the football.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch right, we got right. Alert. Shotgun. Hey, I'm coming. Switch. Check. Wide. Get wide.
Here's Wilson throwing again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And the Panthers coming out now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot. Help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Detroit! Detroit! Check. Switch. Detroit! Here we go now. 3, 9, 5 now. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And an update from up in Foxborough. The Bills, they are just continuing to pour it on. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. So the D-line's going to spread out. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marquell Lee coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw, and he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Brad Nortman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down. Or to
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Marcus May with a pick. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's got Evans. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The play clock's running down. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Darren Lee able to get him for a loss of about 3. Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Panthers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll drop the throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, it's the same old song, isn't it? And then right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far, and there's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They come out here in the I. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
And the Jets have got it.
Whoosh.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Looks like he'll throw here. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
On 1st and 10, Brissett going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Ajayi. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one, because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
And this offense on third down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third and goal. To throw is Brissett. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.